Are you ready for another fun story in the Reading Corner with Mrs. G? Subscribe here for more great stories. This is a Fancy Nancy story called Fancy Nancy and the Two Loose Tooth. Have you lost a tooth? This story is written by Jane O'Connor and pictures by Robin Preiss Glasser and Ted Enik. Lionel and I are swinging on the monkey bars. Lionel swings upside down. "Hoo-hoo, I'm an ape," Lionel shouts and scratches under his arms. Lionel swings again. He bangs into a bar. "Ow!" he says. Lionel jumps to the ground. I jump down too. His hand is over his mouth. There is a little gore. Gore is a fancy word for blood. "Come quick, Miss Glass," I shout. "Lionel is injured." That's fancy for hurt. "I am okay," Lionel smiles. "He lost a tooth. It is in his hand." It was already loose. Miss Glass lets me go to the nurse with Lionel. First, Lionel washes out his mouth. Then the nurse hands Lionel a little white plastic tooth on a chain. Pop! The top opens. In goes the tooth. Pop! The top snaps shut. For the rest of the day, Lionel wears his tooth necklace. I long for a tooth necklace too. That means I really, really want one. But you only get one if your tooth falls out at school. One of my teeth is loose now. It better not fall out at home. All week my tooth gets looser and looser. I wiggle it a lot at school. I wiggle it in art class. I wiggle it at lunch. At home, I do not wiggle it at all. I eat a lot of soft stuff like bananas and ice cream. I don't talk much. Talking might make my tooth fall out. My dad asks, "Want me to pull out your tooth? It won't hurt." "No," I shout. "It can't fall out at home." On Thursday at school, my tooth is hanging by a thread. I keep waiting for it to fall out, but the last bell rings and my tooth is still stuck in my head. I must prevent my tooth from falling out tonight. Prevent means to stop something. I put a little tape around it. "What's wrong with your mouth?" my mother asks. I write a note to explain. My tooth is very loose. I don't want it to fall out until I'm at school. Then I'll get a tooth necklace. That night, I sleep with my mouth open. I am not taking any chances. Friday morning, I get dressed very carefully. I start walking to school. "Achoo!" I sneeze. Oh no! Sneezing made my tooth fall out. It's in my mouth. I am not at school yet, so does this mean I don't deserve a tooth necklace? But my tooth is still in my mouth, so in a way it has not fallen out yet. I keep my lips shut tight. I walk very fast. At last, I arrive at school. Arrive is fancy for getting someplace. I spit my tooth into my hand. "I just lost a tooth," I shout. Miss Glass sends me to the nurse. "Ooh la la, I have a tooth necklace. It looks so fancy. I wear it all day. But guess what? I do not feel joyful." That's fancy for happy. Finally, I confess. Confess means telling about something bad you did. I tell Miss Glass how my tooth fell out. I need to return the tooth necklace. Miss Glass thinks for a moment. A moment is fancy for a second. "Your tooth didn't fall out at home. You were already in transit. That means on the way to school. I think that counts." Miss Glass checks with the nurse. The nurse agrees. The tooth necklace is mine to keep forever. For the first time all day, I smile a big smile with a hole in it. All right, so here's Fancy Nancy's fancy words. Arrive, getting someplace. Confess, telling about something bad you did. Gore, blood. Injured, hurt. In transit, on the way. Joyful means happy. Long for, really, really want. Moment, a second. Prevent, stop something. All right. For more great stories, subscribe to The Reading Corner with Mrs. G. See you next time.